Welcome back, affiliates. In this video, we will be interviewing Bruno, a member from our community who has made over $17,000 so far and who has had a very progressive journey and experience with Glitchy. And we will be able to get full insights on what it takes to win and stay disciplined when it comes down to Glitchy and really getting that first on advice. So let's get into the interview.
Bruno, so tell us a bit about yourself. What were you doing before you got into affiliate marketing?
Well, honestly, I was in high school just studying, and I've always wanted to make money online, but I didn't know where to start. I watched a lot of day trading videos. I was day trading on demo accounts, thinking that's what would get me somewhere. And then one day I just found out about Glitchy, and it just changed my mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How did you first come across Glitchy and what actually made you want to give it a go?
I came across Glitchy on when I was scrolling TikTok, and it was actually one of your pages. That's how I first joined
Mm-hmm.
AFW. At the time, I didn't know what Glitchy was. I didn't know what AFW was. I remember thinking that AFW server was the official Glitchy server,
Mm-hmm.
and then you talked to me. You were the one that you DM'd me, I believe, when I got it.
Yeah.
And then I installed Glitchy. I got into the official Discord, and I remember quitting AFW thinking it was just some spam server, But I started go scrolling Glitchy and learning, and it just seemed seeing everyone get such good results and ordinary people. It wasn't like other businesses where you needed crazy budget or a ton of previous knowledge, and just that just gave me a lot of motivation, and the community made me want to give it a go a lot as well. Everyone just helps each other.
Yeah, it's so crazy how much Glitchy gives back to their community as well, you know. They give all the resources for people to start learning, whereas in other business
Yes, you
models, you
don't see
kind of,
that.
yeah, you don't really see that much.
You can just ask questions, and people with over hundreds of thousands of earnings will help you, and you don't see that in many places.
Yeah. What was the hardest part when you first started, and like what kind of nearly made you give up?
I think my biggest problem was not going 100% into it, and
Mm-hmm.
that just made me delay stuff a lot. And starting, like, I watched one video sometimes, I read some guides, but I didn't really take action. And when I did, I hadn't previously informed me clearly, so I was just doing a lot of random stuff. I made up a ton of YouTube channels. I didn't know what was posting. So I think the hardest part was not following the proper order of steps, because at the time Glitchy didn't have as much guides set up, no boot camps,
Mm-hmm.
nothing, and that delay together with starting to have to work for school exams at the time made me quit Glitchy for like 6 months until I got back in September last year and went 0 to 100 pretty
Damn,
quick.
yeah, 6 months. It's tough, you know, when you kind of see other people pulling in crazy results and stuff, and then
Yes, I just saw everyone winning, and
yeah,
I was posting a lot. That's the thing. I spent a good 2 to 3 months just posting every day. Like I was pulling 9 to 12 YouTube videos every day, but they were just bad content. And even when I got views, it weren't views that converted.
yeah. Was there a moment where something finally clicked for you, and if so, what was it?
There was, I got back to Glitchy in September, as I said last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I spent 3 months back at my YouTube routine.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got back to posting, and I posted for the full year on YouTube, getting views, making some like $8 one day. I didn't even graduate, so all
Mm-hmm.
this time I didn't get to my first 100. And then January started, and I remember going on my notes, on those New Year resolutions,
Yeah.
and writing out that I wanted to make 10K from 2026. And then on that first week, this was the best thing that happened to me because it gave me the push to continue. I
Mm-hmm.
got a 10 million views video on YouTube,
Oh.
and it made me only, because the content was bad, it made me only $1,000, but it was the first money I had ever made. Seriously, I
Mm-hmm.
graduated, and then I remember you finding me after that because I posted something on break here about graduating, and you found me and
Mm-hmm.
DM'd me because you saw that I was in ASW originally,
Yeah.
and you got me into TikTok, and that's, after I got into TikTok, that's the best thing that happened to me. So
Yeah,
that YouTube push, getting you to find me, and then you helping me through TikTok was amazing.
exactly. That YouTube video was like the first like kind of light that you saw with Glitchy, and then
Yeah,
from then onwards, it was crazy.
I went from zero in a whole year pretty much to making 1,000 in a week, and it showed me that it doesn't work just for others.
Exactly, and then since then you've been crushing it.
Yeah, that week was honestly 1K in a week, and it felt better than when I made my first 1K day, because it was just that thing that told me that it's possible.
Exactly, bro. Um, what's kind of working for you at the moment, and what platform do you think is the best to run on?
Currently, I'm doing TikTok and Instagram. I think the platform that's working best for me is TikTok, and that's where I recommend
Mm-hmm.
every beginner to start. You can easily, and it just sounds crazy, but you can truly go from zero to $1,000 on your first day if
Yeah,
you know what to do. And Glitch is full of, and AFW full of stuff to help you now. And
exactly.
so I'm doing sweepstakes on TikTok and currently getting into CPI as well on TikTok and IG, building more long-term pages,
Mm-hmm.
which is what will give us more stability as time goes on.
Exactly, yeah. Kind of building those systems.
Actually, you put up the guide in AFW for the long-term page
Yeah,
on IG. That's what I'm building now.
that's good. That's good. Let me know how that goes. In terms of TikTok, how are you kind of dealing with the zero view issue at the moment?
Right now, when I get two phones. One
Mm-hmm.
is currently running pretty much okay on all accounts.
Mm-hmm.
The second, when I get zero views, I drop one post, just from the camera, just take a photo.
Yeah,
If that gets zero views, I just ditch the account, and that's something that you need to understand when you start as a beginner. You can't get attached to stuff. If your account gets 1 million views, your next video will possibly, it's happened to me a lot, get zero, and you can't just hold on to those accounts. You have to let them go.
that's very true. Yeah, you can't get attached to accounts or even like angles that are no longer working. You kind of have to, go with what's
Yes, yeah,
making the
you
most
have to
money at the
go,
moment.
and
Um,
everyone is here to help you as well.
exactly. Are you using VPNs on your devices or?
Yes,
Yeah.
I just reset the device, download Surfshark, turn it on somewhere in the USA or UK or
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to target, turn off Bluetooth, and never turn off the VPN. Then you just download TikTok and you're good to go. It works on my iPhone 8, it works on my iPhone 13, so
Yeah, yeah.
it's simple, but it works.
What does your daily routine kind of look like to help you stay consistent every day?
Currently, I'm on summer break, so my
Mm-hmm.
daily routine is perfect. I just wake up at around 9 to 10 a.m., go to the gym, and come back home and just grind the whole day. Only stop to eat at lunch.
Yes, sir.
There's the bad days where I just go out with my friends or go to the beach. So that happens. You have to enjoy being young as well. It's not all just about making
Exactly, yeah.
money. And Glitchy allows you to work. If you seriously work 3, 4 days a week, you can make a ton of money.
Exactly. No, we're basically working for kind of like our time and freedom as well, so wouldn't really
Yes,
make
that's
sense being stuck to the desk all day.
yeah, and we have to enjoy while we're young and go out and enjoy summer. While you
Exactly.
can make a lot of money using Glitchy, while if you were taking a job or a part-time job, you'd be off 8 hours a day every single day. I see some of my friends doing it, and some even work at night, and then they're tired during the day, and they make $35 to $40 for the day, while I can make that in
Couple of
10 minutes.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
What's the biggest mistake you made early on that you'd tell beginners to avoid?
My biggest, I'd say, was not learning first and wanting to jump straight into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I heard Glitchy, I started making YouTube channels without properly watching calls and reading the guides that were there. Right now, I just tell you, if you join Glitch and you're learning about Glitchy now, join AFW, check all the guides that Laura has there and the team has there, join Glitchy, join a bootcamp on Glitchy. I think that's your biggest
Yeah.
goal, to learn the basics and go from your $0 to $100 first. And then from there, you can take more advantage of what's out there in AFW and Glitchy to really push yourself to other levels.
Yes,
But
sir.
just don't just jump, pick an offer and start making random stuff for it, because you're most likely gonna end up making the same mistake as I did and spend 1 year doing nothing properly and just
Exactly,
making
yeah.
no money.
You know, a lot of people kind of come in and they just want to get straight into it without kind of having the full guide or the full
Yes,
setup done properly.
I think that's the biggest problem. It's they either do try to do everything without properly learning stuff first, or they don't do anything and expect us to go and post for them.
Yeah,
So basically, don't be in any of those edges, and you'll make a lot of money.
exactly. How has being inside the community helped you compared to trying to figure it out alone?
Honestly, it's what's the reason I'm here is because of AFW. If Lore hadn't texted me and Lore got me into one challenge, like a challenge that he did with
Mm-hmm.
teams
Oh
of
yeah.
three where we helped each other, and he got me in a team where people helped me, and I don't remember the guy's name, but damn, I forgot. But he helped me a lot with TikTok, and that's how I started the learning process. Every time I need something, the community is there to help. Every time I question if I should post an angle, if I shouldn't, what platform should I focus on for something specific. If I want to start ads, there's a lot of people here to just help. And when I wasn't using the community, my progress was much slower.
Yeah, I think those events that we host are so important because it really does help a lot of people, you know, kind of come together and help each other. And it's kind of that friendly competitiveness that kind of really pushes people to try their best at that time, you know.
Yes, it was amazing. And I remember after that, you also did another one with football teams.
Mm-hmm.
And went from being a team member on the previous one to being the guy teaching
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
team at the second event. And it was amazing. One guy, I believe, made his first 100. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a really good feeling as well for us to be able to help.
Exactly. I think after this call, I might have to make an announcement and try get one set up because we haven't had
Yes,
one in a long time, to be fair.
that would
Um,
be amazing.
what would you say to someone who just joined the server and doesn't know where to start?
I think I've said this, while answering previous questions, but
Yeah.
if you join now, my main thing is join Glitch's main server as well, get into a bootcamp and learn the basics for those 2 weeks. You'll have someone dedicated to you and giving you daily calls. And then from there, you can check every guide on Glitchy server, and you'll learn a lot and,
Exactly.
develop the skills that you learned in the bootcamp. While as if you just go straight into guides, even if they help, you don't have someone just for you to be answering your questions and guiding you.
Yeah.
Glitches bootcamps are really good. I
Yes.
was in one myself
Mm-hmm.
for 0 to 5K, and I made 10K in 2 months in it. And then AFW guides allowed me to expand that and made a lot more.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you still have your own bootcamp currently hosted?
I don't. It stopped when
It's
I
stop.
stopped it for school exams
Mm-hmm.
because I had to focus. But I'll talk to Vinny and get back to it. So if you join Glitchy, you can DM me, and my bootcamp will most likely be up.
Yeah, definitely. I think people can definitely learn a lot from you, bro.
I hope so. I've helped a few people. A few people from my previous bootcamp graduated, and it's just amazing to be able to help because I was on the other side,
Yeah,
so I know how it feels.
it's a good feeling for sure. Uh, I mean that's pretty much the interview, Bruno. It was very nice talking to you, and I appreciate your time.
Amazing, man. I appreciate you a lot. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your help and for AFW, so it's my pleasure.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you. Let's crush
Thank you.
July and have a good one, bro.
of course.
Also, guys, don't forget that you can claim a $10 bonus from signing up from our channel bio and a full section of specific guides and full-on tutorials created specifically for you guys to get started with Glitchy.